Preeti has a network problem.
Preeti, just be stationed somewhere.
So we are live. You can start.
Should I start? Thank you. Joseph Zubert has rightly said, it is better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all. So as we come to the last session of Cafe Fridays on Mic Season 3.0, what can be a better way than to end this season's curriculum with debate-a-thon? So why debate? Why is debate important in public speaking? Let me tell you. When we think of debaters, we think of someone who is confident, knowledgeable, and who is very skillful in articulating his thoughts very well, and who has a very good command over his speech. So don't you think that these skills will help us to improve our public speaking? So that's the reason we have debate in today's session. As debate will help you to improve your confidence. It will polish your communication skills, and it will sharpen your critical thinking skills, as well as it will help you to think on your feet. So with this, let's all begin the session. And for this, I would like to invite on the virtual podium, Babita ji, to please carry forward the session.
Thank you so much, Rashmi. And you have set the tone for the debate-a-thon. Cafe Fridays on Mic is like a homecoming to me. I remember my first session where I sat in front of my laptop with my heart thumping in my chest, my hands clammy and cold, and questioning my decision to register for this public speaking initiative by Cafe. But after the first session, I realized that it was one of the best decisions that I had ever made. And here I am today, along with Rashmi, as one of the moderators of the debate-a-thon. As Michelle Obama has said, there is no limit to what women can accomplish. Our Cafe founder, Kavita Agarwal, is the embodiment of that very saying. I invite Kavita to address this forum. Kavita?
Thank you so much, Babita ji and Rashmi. Though these quotations which you mentioned are applicable to each one of us, मेरे लिए especially कुछ भी नहीं है. I'm so happy to see you both. Nidhi will agree, and even Manisha, I'm missing Manisha today, that you all the participants of season 1 and 2, you have set the benchmark. And you all make us proud whenever we see you on any stage or, wherever you hold the mic or without the mic also, whenever you all are speaking, your confidence, your poise, everything speaks about the learning journey, which you all completed committedly with full dedication. So hats off to all of you. And with Season 1 and 2, we almost have now Season 3 participants with us at the end. So lot of things we are planning in the coming months. And we would like to see all of you again back on the stage and the podium. All the best to all the participants for today's debate-a-thon. It's a tongue twister. Let's take it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much. She sets the stage on fire with her presence, and her expressions are always something that we look forward to. Do you know whom I'm talking about? Yes, I'm talking about an esteemed mentor of Fridays on Mic, Nidhi Mohta, and I invite her to address this forum and also explain her role as the evaluator.
Thank you so much, Babita ji and Rashmi ji, for that warm welcome. My introduction couldn't have been better. And what better way than seeing you both coming back in mic? And wow, I am nostalgic, and so you all are. Of course, I'm missing my partner in mic, that is Manisha ji. This is today is the penultimate session, I must say, and there's lots of memories we'll have at the end of mic. The moment you finish off mic, you will realize the importance of this session. So for today's session, I will just say that you don't win a debate by suppressing discussion. You win it with better argument. To remember this and make sure you use your rebuttal, refute tactics to its best and just go for it. All the best. I know you have it in you because I have seen all of you practicing to your best. So all the best. And I will be evaluating the usual way, nothing great, but give your best. Over to you.
Thank you, Nidhi. I will be amiss if I don't mention our another mentor of Fridays on Mic, Manisha Tibrewal, even though she's not with us here today. She is a powerhouse of talent who has poems on the tip of her tongue. And though she is not present physically with us, I'm sure she is present with us in spirit. So Manisha, if you're watching it online, so kudos to you. So as Nidhi has said, she will be the evaluator for this debate-a-thon. To speak within the stipulated time is of essence in any debate, and to keep your time in check is our very own Ruby Goenka, our timer. Ruby, please explain your role as a timer.
Thank you so much, Babita ji. A very good afternoon, everyone. I am the timer for the day. As a timer, I would watch the time taken by all the speakers. For the first speaker, the time limit will be 3 minutes for both the teams and 2 minutes for the second speakers of both the teams. Again, 3 minutes for the second speaker of both the teams. I shall show the red card in which I will share the screen. I will just show everyone. I will show the red card at the end of the 3rd minute and the 2nd minute. I shall give 30 seconds beyond to wrap up or I will mute you all. Happy timing, speaking girls.
Thank you, Ruby. The usage of good grammar enhances the quality of the debate. I invite a grammarian, Mamta Sethia, to explain her role in this debate-a-thon.
Thank you, Babita ji, for handing over the podium to me and myself, Mamta, your grammarian for the day. And as a grammarian, it is my role here to pay close attention to all language usages during the session. All good, I shall report all good and bad language usages, and I shall come back when called upon back by the moderators with my report. And again, as a grammarian, it is my role today to come up with the word of the day. And the word of the day today is superfluous, meaning extra. Superfluous, SUPERFLUOUS, extra. For example, have you all cleared all the superfluous stuff to make room for new? And wishing you all use this word as much as possible during your speech and your regular life. Happy speaking, girls.
Thank you, Mamta, for the word of the day. So I hope all the participants remember it, note it down, and all use it at least once while you're speaking. It doesn't matter how elegant the argument or inspiring the proofs. A presentation won't move anyone if the presenter isn't visibly feeling what they are saying. So debaters, feel what you say, right? And this is the first debate-a-thon on Fridays on Mic, I believe. And where there are 2 debates, one after the other. So the structure of the debateathon, I'll just take you through the structure of the debateathon. The first topic will be given, and there are two teams in the first topic, which is the changing roles of female leads in Bollywood. Is it changing the Indian family structure? Our Indian family structure has witnessed a sea change in the last 1 or 2 decades. Is this change influenced by the changing roles of female leads in Bollywood? In this, we have two teams, Team Gift Easy, which is the affirmative team led by Rachna Lohia, Namrata Damani, and Preeti Patavri, I think. Okay. And then the team against the motion is Team Ubuntu, which is led by Shalini Agarwal, Sarika Shah, and Preeti Magdani. I think Sarika is not present with us today. Okay. So the structure will be as follows. The affirmative team will give the introduction, which will be of 3 minutes, followed by the introduction by the team against the motion. After that will come the rebuttal round, where the affirmative team will start the rebuttal, which will be of 2 minutes. After that, the team against the motion will be giving the rebuttal. And then will come the conclusion, which will be of 3 minutes again. And the conclusion will be first given by the affirmative team, followed by the team who is against the motion. So now you can, how do you address the introduction? How do you give it? So this is just an example. You may have your own introduction or you may follow this. It can start by good afternoon, members of the opposing team, chair lady and audience. You can give your name, the speaker of the affirmative side, and today our motion or our topic is so and so. So I invite Team Gift Easy to start the debate, and who will be giving the introduction?
Me, Namrata Damani.
Okay, so Namrata is giving the introduction, and who is giving the rebuttal?
Preeti.
Preeti.
No, introduction I am giving against introduction.
Okay.
Against.
Okay.
The introduction of against I am giving.
Okay, Shalini is giving the introduction for the team who is against. Okay, so let's start, Namrata. And all the best to both the teams.
Just a second, Babita ji, I would like you to introduce the topic and then give away the topic to team A, that is for the motion, and then the against. Okay, we are doing the round-wise thing. Introduction, then take a pause, then rebuttal, and then take a pause, then conclusion. Okay, for both the teams. Both the teams will be simultaneously.
Yes. First, the team for the motion will give the introduction.
Yes.
And then the team. Okay. So, changing roles of female leads in Bollywood, is it changing the Indian family structure? So, Team Gift Easy, I invite you to the podium to put forth your points.
Thank you,
Can you
Babita.
start with the introduction?
Good afternoon, CAFE members and the honorable jury. I am Namrata Damani, speaker of the affirmative side. Today, our motion is changing roles of female leads in Bollywood. And is it actually changing the Indian family structure? Over 7 decades of film history, Bollywood has seen the female lead take on many forms, from the whimpering damsel in distress to the sacrificing mother, or to a woman today in charge of her own destiny. Movies definitely have a very strong influence on the society. It molds the young minds, especially the young girls, as we are talking about females, and they treat the stars as their role models. Whatever is shown definitely has a positive or negative effect on the society and the Indian family structure. The young girls of today are taking charge of their own lives, charting their own career plans. Movies where women are shown with strong, empowering negative characters, inspire girls to become powerful and independent. But in the end, they learn to do anything negative or positive to attain that status. That's sad. In earlier films, women characters were portrayed as decorative, sympathetic, and dependent on male characters. They were restricted in films only as an entertainer and a visual delight for the viewer. Women characters are now evolving into strong, educated, self-dependent women and playing roles in male-dominated professions. They are strong, confident, and fighting for their own rights. Female actors like Vidya Balan and Priyanka Chopra have done very bold roles, changing the conception that yes, even female leads can make the movies a hit. In Kahani, Vidya Balan acts in the role of a spy, and in Bobby Jasoos, she does the role of a detective. Rani Mukherjee acts in the role of strict police officer in Mardani, dealing with drug trafficking gangs and human mafia. Films like Chak De and Mary Kom have paved the way for parents to encourage their daughters to take part in sports and to take it seriously, even as a career. Movies like Rajniti and Gulab Gang have taken female lead roles to politics also. Such films have shifted the mental frame of parents in the Indian society to allow their daughters to come out of the home and pursue careers of their choice. In conclusion, we can say that yes, there is a paradigm shift in the portrayal of women in films from entertainment to empowerment, and so the same in the Indian society also.
Namrata, are you done with your introduction?
Yes.
Okay. So now I invite Shalini from Team
Just a
Ubuntu.
second. I think the timer is here.
Timer. Yes. She took
Okay.
only 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay, it's okay.
That's why I didn't show the time.
It's okay.
I now invite Shalini from Team Ubuntu to give the introduction.
Yeah, hi, I'm speaking against the changing role in female leads in Bollywood. It is not changing the Indian family structure. पैरों से तेरे हुआ रोशन, आंगन के दिए हुए मध्यम. Women has always been of great significance in Indian family structure. In the Indian family structure, they has been preached as Kali, Durga, Parvati, Saraswati. And righteously, Bollywood has also depicted it in the same way. Even the name of the movies, Main Tulsi Tere Aangan Ki, in which woman has been preached as Kali. Bollywood has reincarnated as Durga, Bhavani. In the movie Kahani, Vidya Balan, in the name of Vidya Bagchi, she was pregnant in the movie and she was searching for her missing husband. And she took the form of Kali and she fearlessly fought for justice. In Mardani movie, Rani Mukherjee took the role of Durga, and as a policewoman, as Shivani Shivaji Roy, she stumbled upon human trafficking issues. Women have also, they have always been devoted to their families as per the Indian family structure, as showcased in Viva, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Hum Saath Saath Hai, Tumhari Sullu. And in Aryan society, in the Aryan period, as per the Indian family structure, it was written that widows were allowed to remarry. But we just forgot it and we went berserk over the no-sense superstition. But Bollywood released Babul, in which Amitabh Bachchan played the role of a father-in-law and he gets his daughter-in-law remarried. In 1950, when dowry prevailed over the whole society, Dahej was released, in which a young bride faces humiliation for not bringing dowry. And that had a thought-provoking ending. Not only in real life, even in real life, The Bollywood divas, they are clad in Indian ensembles with vibrant hues, and they celebrate Durga Puja festivities and the Ganpati Chaturthi celebrations. They always celebrate all this, and they really motivate and inspire us to go ahead and showcase ourselves in such a way according to our heritage and culture as per the Indian family structure. So the female leads in Bollywood roles have been well defined, ever following the Indian family structure. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalini. So it was a stupendous introduction from both the teams, from Team Gift Easy and Team Ubuntu. Ruby, can you just tell us how much time did Shalini take?
Shalini took 3 minutes, 18 seconds. And Namrata took 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay. So now we go to the rebuttal round. From Team Gift Easy, Preeti is coming for the rebuttal, right?
We have 30 seconds grace, no?
So Preeti, please come forward for the rebuttal from Team Gift Easy.
Hello, everyone. I am Preeti Patavri, and I don't agree with my worthy opponent, Shalini. For every Main Tulsi Tere Aangan Ki, we also had a Ram Teri Ganga Maili. And I think that Indian society has always been influenced by Bollywood. Bollywood reflects whatever is happening in the society, and the society in turn gets affected by what is being shown in the cinema. So it is a give and take relationship basically. And I would not say, and I think it is wrong to say that Indian cinema has always given more power to Indian women. No, earlier societies always paid more importance to the male leads, and we had the female leads who were reduced to only dancing or performing, or they were at the they were at the mercy of the hero. The hero always had the main role, and the hero's role was always to protect the heroine from and especially in the 80s there was there was some plot of a rape happening where the villain is trying to rape and the hero is coming to rescue. But now, as times are changing, the women don't depend on their male counterparts to rescue them. They have learned to fight for themselves. This has happened in real life due to India progressing in its education, and it is happening in the movies as well. So we have come a long way from Shanti. If I take some serials names, we have come a long way from Shanti to Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, and now Anupama, where we have where the female leads are showing that how certain things happening in the society are wrong, and they are definitely helping us to mold our way of thinking. We cannot say that we don't get influenced by watching these serials or Bollywood movies, whatever. These movies, they show us so many things in a span of 2-3 hours, and they definitely hook us. And the content, the content is such, because in the present days, the content, everything is content oriented, and they have the capacity to change our opinions. They have the capacity to shape our minds in a short span of 2-3 hours. Movies like No One Killed Jessica, it is happening in real life as well as real life.
So Preeti, you were muted because your time limit was over.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it was a very good rebuttal, Preeti. And now I invite Team Ubuntu. Who is going to go for the rebuttal? Preeti. So I invite Preeti Magdani to go for the rebuttal from Team Ubuntu. Let's hear you.
Friends, we start?
Yes.
Hello, friends. According to my friend, she has said about the Indian family structure. about the rape and the male giving a coverage to the female. Yes, the family structure is the female nurturing the child and the caring care for the elders and respect to the elders. But she was not taking part in the decision making, and she had to be in the boundary of the society. That is there. But now there is a coin, head and tail. You had said the tail. What about the head? The family, Indian family is also evolving. And what is the evolvement that is being shown? It's shown in Shakuntala Devi, the movie Shakuntala Devi, a genius metaphysician, where she was of that period, that time. She came out that period in that family structure. In that, there was a family who was not that stereotype. They had brought a new evolvement in the women's society also. There is the other part which has been flowing in that time. And superfluous. What came out to be? Chak De, what Dangal, super 7 stars, that girl, singing girl in guitarist. Then you came about Dangal, the movie Tumhari Sulu, the movie family oriented. Everything what is happening in the real society is actually being portrayed in the Bollywood. That comes later on, my dear. First, the base of the real society. So what is Bollywood? It's just the image. It's the portrayal. It's the representative. It's the media. It is not where the real stories are happening, and then it is being portrayed. Like Kalpana Chawla, she lived her life in 1990s, but the movie is in process by Priyanka Chopra of her story. So what is Bollywood? It's coming later on. It's not now. So Indian family structure is first, then the Bollywood. Like the tree is being loaded with fruits, beautiful, bright and attractive. What are they? The roots. The roots is the Indian family.
Okay, so Preeti, since your time was over, you were muted. So everybody is enjoying the debate. I am enjoying it to the fullest, and to hear the different views from our participants is really, really exhilarating. So now we come to the conclusion part of the debate. I wish this debate would never end, but of course, everything has to end in its own time. So from Team Gift Easy, which is for the motion, I invite Rachna Lohia to give the conclusion.
Change is constant and it is an integral part of our lives. Good evening, good afternoon, my juries, the judges, panelists, my opponent team, and fellow cafe members. Our motion for today is changing roles of female lead in Bollywood, and I, Rachna Lohia, will conclude and take you forward for the motion. Things have changed from yesteryears to today. As my opponent Preeti had said, laid stress on movies like Shakuntala. So what about Nora Fatehi dancing on item numbers in all the movies and getting odd TRPs? And people are enjoying that. Bollywood is in the path of making movies on women empowerment and setting females as protagonists. As Preeti, my friend Preeti said, that there is a difference between real and real life. Of course, there is a difference, but it's becoming closer and closer with time. My worthy opponent Shalini also mentioned that during Durga Puja and Ganesh Chaturthi, women wear Indian ensembles with vibrant hues. But what about the blouses? They're showing their cleavage all the time. And it's become the normal new. All over around us, we see women or girls showing their cleavage, which is the new normal. But it may not be the new normal for us. We see rave parties, drugs in Udta Punjab, in movies like Udta Punjab, by which youth get attracted. You must be surprised that doctors are really, they don't know what will happen because the kids are having so much hookah because of the song, which encourages them. Pyar, 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 hookah bar. The doctors think that soon the kids will get oral cancer and cancer with lungs, and they will not know how to cope with it. The extramarital affair, as shown in movies like Gharwali Baharwali, also encourages women all around us, the live-in relationship. What about the sex? The girls and women are all okay with sex. You will be surprised to know that there are condom vending machines in India, in college campuses these days. Better to be safe than sorry later. In movies like Bhagwan, we see that old age home had been flourished. But now we see all around us that for whatever reasons, the old people from our families or from families near us, they are sent to old age homes. And once upon a time, when Kajal wore white sari in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, so then a lot of women copied her and wore white saris. When Kangana went for a solo trip, people have started going for a solo trip. Or मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. This influential dialogue is a must in everyday's life, everyone's life. बादल पे छाओ है या झूठा दाव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है, तो हमारी नाव चल पड़ी. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rachna, for that awesome conclusion.
Thank you.
So I'm sure it will be difficult for the evaluator to decide that which team is going to win. So let's wait from the for the conclusion from Team Ubuntu. So who is coming? Shalini?
Yes.
I invite Shalini to give the conclusion against the motion.
So let me give a few more examples to highlight my stand. For example, take Mary Kom. She is a real-time boxer, real story-like boxer, played by our own Priyanka Chopra. She has never neglected her family. Okay, she has achieved something. She is successful, but she has not neglected her family. But my friend on the other side can say that while she was fighting, her son was ill over here. But her husband hid it from her because he wanted her to achieve her dreams. When she came to know about it, she was in a very bad state of mind. She could not fight. But the memories of her child and her husband just flooded in front of her, and she did not give up. So this is the thing. And a husband supporting his spouse, is it changing the Indian family structure? Is it? No, I don't think so. So the changing roles of female leads in Bollywood is actually not changing the Indian family structure. The exact thing is they are extending the establishment via the roles in women empowerment. Now, if you say that women empowerment is changing the Indian family structure, then why only stop at Indian cinema? We can also say that politics has changed the Indian family structure by appointing Indira Gandhi as Prime Minister. We can also say that the Indian Sports Authority has changed the Indian family structure by making athletes such as Mary Kom, PV Sindhu, Jhulan Goswami, Geeta Kumari Fogart as in Jang Dangal, and this Mithali Raj in Shabash Mithu. We can also say that the Indian Defense Forces have changed the Indian family structure by making Padmavati Bandhopadhyay the first woman air marshal and Abhilasha Barak as the first woman combat aviator. So today I will ask you a question, audience and my friends on the other side. When you see these changing roles in this big screen, the movies like Akira, movies like Codename Tiranga, does it impact you to neglect your family? Your answer will stand against your stand. So I will leave you all copacetic with my stand today. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalini. Thank you so much. So, viewers, how has this debate been for you all? Have you all enjoyed the to and fro from both the teams?
Enjoyed thoroughly.
Superb.
superb team Gift Easy and superb team Ubuntu. We really enjoyed the debate and really enjoyed hearing both sides of the topic. So now we will be, since it is a debate-a-thon, we are not going to stop at this and we are going to go to the second topic. I hand over to my co-moderator Rashmi to take over the second topic.
Thank you, Babita ji. And a thunderous round of applause for all the participants. Like, they did a fabulous job. And I feel, Babita ji, they are flowing with that superfluous energy today. And like, they are looking so confident. I remember my time, like, I was so nervous when I was facing this debate-a-thon. But today, I think that nervousness has completely disappeared. So kudos to you. So with this,
just a second. Please, Kavita ji, if you are here, please spotlight the entire team and Ruby. I'm getting queries from the viewers in FB.
I don't have the list actually, Nidhi.
B आप type करोगे ना? If you'll type B, you'll get the entire list. You can spotlight all of them. B, just type B.
Okay, all the Bs, right?
All the Bs, yeah.
Okay.
should I continue? Yeah. So our next topic for debate is e-commerce overtaking traditional market. So as technology is developing, the traditional system of marketing has changed, and the e-commerce is taking over. But do you think that e-commerce will actually take over the traditional market, which has prevailed since time immemorial? So let's see what our participants has to say about it. So we have two teams, Team Grind Activewear and Team Get Set Go. Team Get Set Go is the affirmative team, which has Poonam, Alka and Madhu as participants. And Team Grind Activewear is going against them with Nisha, Anshu and Vasudha as participants. So I would invite both the teams to please start with the intro. First, please let me know who is giving the intro in Team Get Set Go.
I'm Alka Dhariwal.
Alka, okay. And in Grind Activewear?
Nisha Biyani.
Okay, so Alka, you may start now.
Good afternoon, members of the opposing team, chairlady, and the audience. I'm Alka Dhariwal, the speaker of the affirmative side. Today, our motion is e-commerce taking over traditional market. E-commerce is the process of exchanging goods and services in the form of digital mode, where the payment to the goods and services happens in the electronic form. E-commerce is a form on the online shopping market where customers can buy goods and services easily from their home, including a few discounts, and the goods will be delivered at your doorstep. Here, most of the time and money can be saved in spending on traveling and selecting the goods. The payments can be made in the form of digital modes such as credit card, debit card, digital wallets, or net banking. In e-commerce, the goods can be bought around the clock without any hassles during our free time. It provides us greater benefits in buying goods and services easily. In the last 2 decades, superfluous use of e-commerce platforms such as Amazon and eBay have contributed to the substantial growth in online retail. In 2011, e-commerce accounted for 5% of total retail sales, according to the US Census Bureau. By 2020, with the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, it had risen over to 16% of the retail sales. Sellers don't have to spend a lot of money to promote their items. The world of e-commerce has several affordable, quick ways to market online. E-commerce marketplaces are visual channels, and sellers can really show off their product. For example, Amazon sellers can use advertising tools to add videos, infographics, good quality resolution images. Here, sellers can compare their products using tools or on their own. This gives them a good idea of the product alternatives available, the standard rates if a product need is unfulfilled. E-commerce has reached most of the target audience now, as digital devices can be available at the lowest prices and lot of competitive sellers. It has also become easier, and day by day, the connectivity to the digital world is also getting increased due to the efforts being done by the e-commerce industry. Thus, I'm certain about the fact that e-commerce is certainly taking over the traditional market. Thank you.
Thank you, Alka. So now we move on to the Grind Activewear team. And I would like to invite Nisha to give the introduction for the same.
Hello everyone, I'm Nisha Biyani and I welcome all my fellow members of Cafe on Mic and Madam Moderator and respectable evaluators. Today I'm here to give my take against the motion e-commerce is overtaking the traditional market. Imagine a world without shops, markets and malls. You're not able to go for shopping. You're not pampering yourself with the new clothes. You can't able to bargain. And this is the essence of retail therapy. Doesn't it sound awful? Don't to have shops or markets? Yes, it is. Traditional markets are the physical stores made up of bricks and sands. And this is the oldest form of selling products and services. As you all say, old is gold. So relatively, e-commerce is a new concept of buying and selling the products through digital setup. Traditional markets always overpowers e-commerce. As a human is a social creature. They are very comfortable for us, for meet a kind of person. And this is a basic USP of traditional market. And in the country like India, where the literacy rate is not that high, you can't switch over online market because it requires some sort of knowledge. And if this knowledge is not there, you are not comfortable with this market, but they are very comfortable with the traditional market. The traditional market, it booms also in times of emergencies, like in Corona, where the online shopping has been deceased, their services, but the offline people are doing with the local vendors and general grocery shops our survival. And not only this, they made our deliveries to the doorstep, sometimes in credit also, because this facility is available on the online shopping sites. And e-commerce comes with lot of loopholes. The first and the foremost, the traditional market gives a 5 cents benefit of the things we are buying. The product's creditability is being tested by our naked eyes, feel by our hands, which is not at all possible in the e-commerce. The customer, while purchasing high price things, they always look over the traditional market first, because this is their first choice. In e-commerce, there is a biggest loophole of cybercrime. The lot of the small sites have the different issues, and they are so much interconnected that you can't find the main culprit behind the faults. The online shopping has a belief that we have to believe on the feedbacks and the reviews given by the seller himself, and they can change the feedbacks easily. But on traditional shop, you always believe on the person around you. And therefore, it is definitely been tested and tried and tested. And there are a lot of duplicate products, used products, sometimes goods which is not returnable, and completely change the products. And this is the major loophole of online shopping. And it can be summarized that e-commerce is very convenient, but with the superfluous anxiety and tension. Thank you so much.
So that was a wonderful start to the topic. So let's move on with the rebuttal round. Nidhi, do I need to know the timings now? Timings.
I'll take it later on. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So now we'll continue with the rebuttal round. So I invite the team Get Set Go.
Just a minute. Am I like my video is visible? Poonam, is my video visible?
Your
No, I
video
can't
is visible.
see.
Your video is visible,
Poonam is
but
not
you are not
highlighted.
visible.
I think I can't see myself.
Actually, even I can't see her.
I'm just spotlighting her. She's here, but we cannot see her. Your
That's
background
true.
is visible, but you are not visible.
I don't know why I suddenly it has
Switch off.
gone.
Yeah, it's okay. Switch off your background.
Yeah, I'll just try once. I don't know what has happened.
You can log in and
Yeah.
log back.
Yeah, I think I can do that once.
So I hope everyone is enjoying. I'm thoroughly enjoying the session. Like each and every one is so well prepared and so confident. And the rebuttal is like they are actually, it shows how concentratedly, like you are paying so much of concentration to whatever the other team is speaking on. So that's great. You know, every point you're like catching and you're just rebuttaling on that on that point. Amazing, amazing. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So, Babita ji, what about you?
I'm thoroughly enjoying. I'm hearing both the aspects of e-commerce and traditional market, and I'm imagining myself in both the sectors. You know, while I'm
Okay,
going
you
for
don't have to
personal
give
buying-
points right now.
Okay.
Okay, hold your horses. We are not yet over with the contest. So it's so good to see you, Rashmi. I think you have faced this debate-a-thon. Babita ji, this is our second time we are doing.
Sorry,
debate-a-thon.
sorry. I was not
It's
aware.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so Poonam has joined. Yes, Poonam, we can see you now. Can she be spotlighted?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So Poonam is going for the rebuttal round from Get Set Go, and who is going from Grind Active Wear?
Me, Vasudha.
Okay, Vasudha. Okay. So Poonam, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. So you may begin now.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. So I'm going to rebuttal today for my team Get Set Go. Going for the motion that e-commerce market has taken over the traditional market. Why do I say so? Come on, friends, think of buying a product today. What do? Immediately take out our phone and order on online. Click, and Amazon site is opened. What do? We get so many filters. The product we want, the search option, then the price range, what we are looking for, brand and what not. It has become so easy today. The comfortableness, the convenience which it has offered is unmatchable. Tell me something, what happened during COVID? We were all paralyzed and home-stricken. Who helped us the most? It was the e-commerce industry. I had to order some goods for my father sitting in Delhi. What to do? I just picked up my phone, ordered it online, and within 10 minutes, the prepaid goods were delivered at the doorstep of my father with no hassles. I was so relieved. This is the magic of e-commerce. Today, e-commerce industry has grown to leaps and bounds. We don't need to stock the superfluous goods. We just need to order it when we need it. It is the thing which has allowed the homemakers to become homepreneurs. And the best example we have of Ruby here, Eat Greens by Ruby, which is all possible because of e-commerce industry. If we go by statistics, e-commerce market was $110 million in 2020 and is expected to grow to $350 billion in 2030. Amazon is rated as #1 site for online shopping. So friends, what do you think? Is buying traditionally easy, going to market and hunting for hours, or just buying in few clicks? That's my motion for the season today. Thank you. And over to you.
Thank you, Poonam. So let's move to the other team, Grind Activewear. Vasudha. Vasudha, you may begin now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Vasudha, today on Fridays on Mic is speaking against the motion e-commerce is overtaking traditional commerce. I fail to agree with the same. My speakers, Alka ji and Poonam ji, have made some interesting points, but I fail to agree. No doubt, e-commerce has come handy during the times of COVID, but overtaking traditional commerce is a big statement to make. Let me do some fact check before making such tall claims. First of all, both made the points that Amazon is a #1 online shopping portal and it has made everything convenient for us. So for every Amazon, my dear friends, we have a local Bagri market that is supporting it. When you talk about convenience, that convenience doesn't come easily. It comes at the price of compromised quality, fake products, fake MRPs, fake discounts. I'm sure if you have checked some of the products in store, the MRPs have varied on Amazon. The prices are hiked and then they are sold off at a discounted price. That's just to lure customers, right? Next, the point made was on graphics, visual effects. You just have to create videos and post them online. Imagine the trouble of a salesperson who has to manage a store and also manage everything digitally. Imagine his extra cost, his extra expense, his extra learning, his extra effort. So is it really that easy? This is not all. This has led to an increase in cyber crime, cyber fraud. 7 out of 10 Indians have reported online cyber crime that they have faced. They have been duped, right? This comes 68% financial frauds. So my dear friends, I would like to conclude by Albert Einstein. I fear the day technology will surpass human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. Thank you.
So very interesting rebuttal round by both the teams. Well done. So let's move on to the conclusion. And for that, get set, go. Madhu, I think Madhu is going for the conclusion, right? And from Grind Activewear, we have Anshu. Okay. So get set team, get set go team. Get set go.
Good afternoon, everyone over here. I am Madhu Thirani for the concluding part of the motion, e-commerce taking over traditional market. Friends, Kushla Serlock has rightly said, the e-commerce industry is a force and no investor can afford to ignore it, right? And this e-commerce is gradually undertaking traditional market. With the Reliance Jio Wave and in the digital era, the Reliance Jio Wave, with the help of Reliance Jio Wave, the internet has reached even to the remotest village of our country. Every nook and corner, it has found out as of July 2022, 833 million active internet users are in India, and which comprise 59.28% of total population, and out of which 60% are youth. So can you imagine? E-commerce has opened a new door of opportunities, especially seen during the COVID and post-COVID. The Indian government has embarked projects such as Startup India, Brand India, Digital India, just to exhibit the growth of internet-based ecosystem, and that is e-commerce. Our own Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has incorporated so many policies like Pan-India policy, Cashless India, Make in India, just to promote e-commerce. My dear friends, no matter the scam, the fraud, and as you said, like
defaulters. All the traditional market, they are racing towards an e-platform, right? To get over it, to expand their business and to increase their customer reach. India, from underdeveloped countries, now moving to developed nation. And there is a global appreciation for made in India product. And we have a potential to make India a global drone hub by 2030, right? And
So Madhu, you are on mute. Yeah, you have been muted.
oh, sorry. So what are you waiting for? Get the mobile. Excuse me, ma'am. Kitni der se mute hu? I don't know.
It's okay. You can leave.
Okay. So get the mobile, set the
Oh,
order.
no, you can sit. You're fine. You're done. Once you're muted, you're done.
Okay, so get the mobile.
No, once you're done, you're done.
Thank you.
Madhu. Thank you so much for that conclusion. So now let's move on to the Grind Activewear team. Anshu.
Yeah.
Yes, you may start.
Yes. Hello to all my friends on Cafe Fridays on Mic, and a very good afternoon to the honorable jury. I am Anshu Sharda, and I am speaking against the motion e-commerce is overtaking traditional markets. Today I was alone at home, and to my horror, the internet stopped working. Miserable, lonely, sad, I somehow forced myself to walk over to the Kirana store. The old guy there smiled at me, and I smiled back. He said, Didi, taji gajar aayi hai, ghar le jao, halwa banao. I started feeling better. I bargained with him for the vegetables. It calmed my frayed nerves. And when he put that extra dhania mirchi in my bag, I felt I had won a ₹1,000,000 lottery. Brimming with joy, I deleted my shopping apps on my phone. If my joy is real, how can online commerce overtake traditional markets? It might be 20% of the total retail sales, but it is a new fad, and we are getting conscious of its many setbacks. Wherever we go, we see young people, old people, and not so old people all sucked into their phones. As a society, we have started feeling the repercussions of the overuse of mobile phones. Digital addiction is getting people physically and mentally sick. The new mantra is digital detoxification. The reduction of screen time is very important. How can e-commerce take over traditional markets in such conditions? Online shopping delivers the goods, but not the emotions. On special occasions like festivals and weddings, shopping is a family ritual. Whether it is shopping for Diwali clothes in South City Mall or Christmas shopping in New Market, or when your cousin is getting married, the whole family wants to tag along for the bridal lehenga. These experiences can never be duplicated by online commerce. Then how can it take over traditional markets? The brown carton which Amazon delivers at your doorstep, do you know it travels hundreds of miles before reaching to you, contributing to global warming? The extra packaging is responsible for polluting the fields and oceans and also deforestation. Not to mention, it kills local employment and shuts down small businesses while disturbing our physical and mental health. Online shopping encourages consumerism and superfluous spending. I take this platform to raise a voice of concern that we, as responsible citizens of the world, should limit the growth of our e-commerce and continue to follow our traditional ways. Online shopping can never overtake traditional ways. Care karega India, tabhi to badhega India. Ladies, let's go out and shop. Thank you.
Oh my God, what an amazing conclusion by both the teams. Like, I'm speechless. I'm speechless at the performance of all the participants of all the 4 teams. Like, it was a great pleasure for me to be here. It is a great pleasure for me to be here and to get to listen to all the viewpoints. Amazing. So I would like to invite Kavita to please share how she feels about this session. Kavita? She's there, no?
Kavita is not there.
She might be here and there.
Okay, so Nidhi, can we start with the evaluation then?
I'm just removing the spotlight so that the people who are watching us in FB can enjoy the evaluation as well. Yeah. All right. So, wow. It was a well researched, good practice, and wow session. You guys, debateathon is a legacy, and you guys have lived up to it, and I'm so happy about it, all of you. So first of all, I would like to give a thunderous round of applause, super floss round of applause for all of you who has done one notch higher from their regular mundane way of speaking. So congratulations, guys. Okay, so to begin with, changing roles of female lead in Bollywood. Is it changing the Indian family structure? So very in general, I would say that you guys were thorough with examples. You knew what to say. Both of the teams were very thorough with Bollywood examples. You knew what to say, but on the both side, I will say that there was one recommendation that when it comes to Indian family structure, you were only limited to the clothes. The female are always been categorized by the clothes they wear, the family value they have. Here you are talking about Mardani, here you are talking about Kahani and whatnot, but you forgot that in Bollywood, now the females are also recognized in production houses as a scriptwriter, as a director, as a music director, and whatnot. So there, the change and not change could have really taken your motion in a next level. But again, I would say that a little more dig into the topic for both the teams would have enhanced the rebuttal side. Honestly, if I start off with Gift Easy, the research was nicely done. I'm very happy with Namrata. You had a research properly. You made sure to introduce your topic really nicely with the motion you are talking about. That was evident. The only thing I was expecting was a more aggressive, or I should say affirmative, not aggressive, but affirmative voice of modulation that would have led the opponent a little shaky. This is one of the tip I'm saying. Okay. Otherwise, good work done. For Team Ubuntu, the start, oh my God, your start was, of course, an audience hook. Tulsi, you started with a song and it was a very good audience hook, and you're looking so pretty, Shalini. Your background was so beautiful. So these things does matter, rappers matters. I would say that you got a little confused with Tulsi, Main Tulsi Tere Aangan Ki, and then portraying same with the Kali. That was two opposite thing. You got a little confused. A little practice was required in the introduction part, but your audience hook was apt. Going ahead with rebuttal for Team Gift Easy, your logic was apt. Your logic was super apt. Preeti, it was Preeti versus Preeti. So Preeti Patwari, your logic about that hero, male leads, example of rape, it was apt. Your delivery was super, the way we want in a debate with proper hand gestures. I would only suggest that if there is something you are struggling with the content, just stop there. Your time will manage, it can be managed. You were muted. That was the only hindrance you had. Otherwise, I'm happy with your rebuttal. Okay, again, now to talk about the rebuttal of Preeti Magdani. So, Preeti, when you began, your logic was little perplexed. Okay, because I will say in a rebuttal, do not agree. You just said, I agree that that happens that time. No, don't agree at all. So it was little perplexed, but then you ended in a style. Your language had a power over. Your delivery was very good, Preeti. And you knew what to say, you knew what to say. But again, I was thinking a more logical refute. If you're talking about changes, you just don't agree to them. Like you were kind of agreeing to them and then saying, but don't agree to it. The but comes little later. That is just one of the conjecture. But this, then why are you agreeing to the fact? So in a debate, there's a thin line or in a group discussion and in a debate that we don't generally agree. Wherein in group discussion, yes, I agree to what you say, but I also want to include this point that this also happens. But that doesn't happen in a debate. You have to stick to your point. Okay, Preeti, but I'm really happy the way you ended. It was apt. You knew what to throw to the opponent to ponder upon. So good work done, Preeti. It's just that I was little, myself got confused that why did you agree? That it became a little perplexed in your rebuttal. Good work done, Preeti Magdani. Very good work done. So the conclusion part. Okay. Yes. Rachna. Your conclusion, Rachna, was very apt. And in fact, I love the way you had a very different take on change. When it comes to change, we generally talk about the good part of the change, but here you were talking about the ill effects of change, whether it's Urta Punjab or extramarital affair. That was a very, very nice take. I was thinking if this take would have been introduced in introduction, then I think you would have an edge, but you did it again. You did it in a nice way because you knew that if I would have given in the introduction part, they would have more chances to rebuttal, refute it. So good work done, Rachna. Very good end with the song. And yes, good work done overall. I don't have any, as of now, I don't have any recommendation in your part. Okay, Shalini, your conclusion. You had a very good support, conclusion. You had a very good support. That changing, it is better, all that. Then inclusion of politics, somehow I felt that inclusion of politics and all that was a smart move as well. I felt language could have been better. Many a times I could see that you're using so, to a lot, crutch words were used a lot. And in conclusion, your summary was somewhere a lot. The summary also brings that what Preeti has said already. So if you could have brought that part also inside your summary, you would have been perfect. But I love the energy you bring on the stage. It is so intriguing. And I love the way you speak. It is super, super. But I'm just talking in the contest way, in the categories I have, I'm just talking in that way. But as a delivery point of view, you were very good, Shalini. I really enjoyed it. So can we have round of applause for this topic? Changing roles of female leads in Bollywood. Is it changing the Indian family structure? Again, I would say that you could have break down the structure part, family part, there is mental structure, there is financial structure. I think we could have more meat to enjoy. Anyways, going ahead with topic B, e-commerce overtaking traditional market. So starting with team Get Set Go, Alka. Alka, your intro was very good. In fact, I was so happy and captivated that you delivered at a one pace. You knew those things. The content was not easy to memorize, but you did like a pro. It was effortless. It showed effortless, and that is a star mark for a speaker, good speaker. Good research done. You had a very good apt statistics with you, and I think you were the only one who mentioned the source for that, from where you have got the statistics. So good work done, Alka. The only thing I had that in few of the lines, we need to stick on the topic. Again, I'll say that never ever don't give them the chance to even say that this might be that. No, might be. There's no chance of might be. They'll say thank you. You agreeing to it. Okay. So otherwise, Alka, I'm happy with your start. Going ahead with Nisha ji, your introduction. I must say that this is the last session, and from the first session, if I see you today, trust me, I am overwhelmed, and I am so happy and proud that you could speak for 3 minutes like a pro. You spoke with perfect modulation, the pauses. I really like the way you had in fact, the entire grind active wear. I like your presentation. You guys are wearing similar kind of clothes with the apt background. Good work done. It shows that you have worked upon it. And also Ubuntu, it showed that you have worked on it. Because yes, Shalini, you're looking so pretty. Again, you're looking so pretty. So Nisha, just point of view of a contest, I will say your language was weaker than the other opponent, and again, if you are not comfortable, or if you feel that you're a little nervous, just take a pause and then speak from where you have stopped. Okay, this will help you to not to pause every time. Okay, this is one of the thing I will say. But Nisha, this is the last session, and the first session, if you remember, you were talking half in Hindi and you forgot only you have to speak in English. Remember those days, and see now you have done so good for yourself. So I'm happy that way. So can we have a round of applause for Nisha and Alka? Okay, going ahead with rebuttal. Who did the rebuttal for Get Set Go? Oh, Poonam. Oh my God. Now, this is the classic example of technology being hammered that way. When technology hammers your life. Because she was not there the entire time when she was supposed. That's why in your rebuttal, you did not refute at all, Poonam. There was not a single line you could talk against what they have spoken. You were talking about
because I could not hear anything.
I know that. But what can be done? This was a contest there. What can be done? You had a good delivery, but there was no refute. And rebuttal, as I've said earlier, rebuttal has a separate points, separate column of points. And what can I done? But your delivery was very good, very good. Your points were good, but there was no refute. There was no rebuttal. There was no countering attack. That was a miss. I know that because of technical glitch. but nothing can be done. So this is life, and I know it is unfair at times, but never mind, Poonam. This was one of the public speaking tactics, and you played it well. You did not, you were not nervous, and you managed to talk about your points very firmly. Mm, Good work done only in the context of public speaking. So thank you so much, Poonam. Okay, now the rebuttal by Vasudha. I have to tell you, I have not seen a calmer rebuttal like this, honestly. She was so calm, she was so composed, yet she was so affirmative, she was so firm, and she knew when to strike the hammer. She had her stats with her. Logic was apt, absolutely opposite. If I have to use the first word of the day, Mamta Sethia, that was opposite. So indeed, I loved your performance, Vasudha. Calm, composed, you made sure to give your views, your research in, I mean, it is not often we see that when it comes to extempore or impromptu speaking, you come out with research. And that is when she played a very, very vital role of coming out and saying that cybercrime, out of 7 out of 10 Indians are affected due to cybercrime. And then she ended up with a very, very apt quote about Einstein, that we'll be becoming a slave of technology. So, Vasudha, I am really happy with the way you dealt your section, with the way you have dealt the entire session, entire season. So, even if she's not here, it has been recorded, she will hear. I don't know, I just said, I thought she's here only. Anyways, good work done, Vasudha. Okay, going ahead with the conclusion. Okay, Madhuji. It was a super sum up, Madhuji. I really like the way you have prepared your summary and you are coming up, Madhuji. Well sum up conclusion. Super examples to prove your validation on the points. Good work done. And you were not, I would say that it was coming as very natural. So that showed that you have practice. So it was coming very effortless. Good work done, Madhuji. I don't have any recommendation for you. As a speaker, I don't have any recommendation for you. But maybe for a team, I will say that you could see that Poonam was not being able to refute. Maybe you could have added few more lines in the refute part. I think as a team, you could have done a better job. But I can understand it's not that easy if you are not habituated with debate sessions and all. So, but overall, as a speaker, Madhuji, I don't have any recommendation for you. I'm very happy with your work.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, last but not at all the least was our concluder, Anshu Sharda. I love the way you started with good personal story about that gajar ka halwa and dhania mirchi. I mean, your examples were superfluous, honestly. It had a superfluous impact on all our minds, whether it was bridal lehenga, visiting bridal lehenga, all that was, I don't have words. So I was very overwhelmed by the examples you're giving, because honestly, it was not an easy topic against the motion. We all know the importance of technology now and all, but then the way you guys have dealt with it, with these examples, you need to have this. In a debate, if you get a table, if you are banging on the table, you're doing right. Okay, and then you talk about global warming. The examples were absolutely perfect to end your conclusion. And then you had, your introductor's take and a little bit of Vasudha's take. The amalgamation was quite unique, and I love the way you ended. And that's all. That's all I have. I think I've taken a tad little more time, but what to do? It was such an intriguing session as always. Kudos to all of you. Over to Rashmi.
So a thunderous round of applause for the evaluator, Nidhi. Yes, it was so wonderful listening to the evaluation. Thank you, Nidhi. So let's go to the next role player, Mamta. Mamta, can you please give us your grammarian's report?
Thank you, Rashmi. I'm here back with my report, and today's session has added a superfluous edge to Cafe on Mic. I feel proud seeing everybody excel so well, and I'm so happy. There have been number of times the word of the day has been used by most of you, and I think today's session has seen some of the use of remarkable words such as berserked, exhilarating, protagonist, and I think I will name Vasudha for calming my flamed nerves. That was the icing on the cake. It was a great use you made, Vasudha. And the rest, again, others too have used. I think Madhuji used the quote by Einstein, and others too have used a number of other quotes by few speakers. Maybe I'm wrong when I say I actually don't remember who used the quote by Einstein. It was a wonderful execution there, and it has been a superb session again. Thank you, girls. Over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Mamta, for that wonderful grammarian's report. So let's move on to Ruby. Ruby, can you please come over the virtual podium and share the timing?
Thank you so much, Rashmi. So here is the timer's report. Group A, Namrata took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Preeti took 2 minutes 34 seconds. Rachna took 3 minutes 29 seconds. Whereas Group B, Shalini took 3 minutes 18 seconds. Preeti took 2 minutes 33 seconds. And Shalini again took 2 minutes 43 seconds. Whereas the Get Set Go team, where Alka ji took 2 minutes 30 seconds, Poonam took 2 minutes 21 seconds, and Madhu took 3 minutes 33 seconds. The last group, let's go out for shopping. Nisha took 3 minutes 28 seconds, Vasudha took 2 minutes 17 seconds, and Anshu Sharda took 2 minutes 58 seconds. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Ruby, for that report. Nidhi, is everyone qualified? Yes.
Well, we are watching as a team. It's not about the individual thing.
Okay. Yes.
And there's no disqualification because we are muting them.
Okay. Thank you, Nidhi. So let's move on to hear the views of our heart and soul of Cafe, Kavita. Kavita, is she there?
I think Kavita is not here.
Meanwhile, you guys, there are many, I think you can talk about your experience about debate. And now, Babita ji, you can give your take on any of the topic.
Yes, Babita ji, you may take on now.
So this is my first experience of attending a debate in Cafe. Because in the first season, there was no debate. They were just individual and, those business models and all that. So it was actually very, very, very exhilarating to hear both the points of both the sides. And, I couldn't decide, to which way
which side am I on? I felt that both are right. Both were putting such good points in both the debates. So really kudos to all the participants who have worked really hard on and in depth on each and every points for the debate. Really great. Rashmi, your views.
Thank you, Babita ji. I would say that I would still prefer traditional marketing because I want to get the feel of the cloth, the feel of the things. I want to try it over there. And the pleasure of going out for window shopping, that, it really, like motivates me to go out with my kids, with my family. So I really enjoy going out to shop rather than taking out my mobile and doing the, order things. So that's my take on the topic.
Yes, and Babita ji, you have the access. Please switch on the record button, as in live button. Kavita ji got busy with something and something very important. That's why she cannot join us. But she has sent her regards and she has told that she has enjoyed a lot and that we could have seen her in our face.
So I stopped the live.